A city that died to be born again? Detroit, once the beating heart of American industry, now stands silent, its streets echoing stories of rise and decline, rusting machinery and empty assembly lines, monuments to industrial glory now frozen in time. Streets, once full of cars and workers, now lie deserted, overgrown with weeds. Walls covered in murals and graffiti, messages of despair and hope coexisting. Abandoned theaters with torn curtains and broken seats, echoing silent performances. Vacant homes, windows shattered, and furniture left behind, telling stories of sudden departure. Rusted docks and warehouses along the Detroit River, remnants of commerce. Empty classrooms, chalkboards still bearing lessons frozen in time. Silent assembly lines, echoes of the Motor City's heart. Community murals showing resilience amidst decay. Parks overgrown and empty, swings and benches frozen in abandonment. Crumbling steeples and stained glass, witnessing the passage of time. Silent halls and rusted gurneys, places that once saved lives now still soft morning light over decayed industrial buildings, shadows highlighting neglect. Empty bridges span the city, rusted metal and peeling paint tell a story of neglect. Books frozen in dusty shelves, knowledge preserved in decay, faded street signs marking neighborhoods of industrial glory and decline, rusting vehicles and empty lots, remnants of a Motor City past, skyline with abandoned high-rises, a juxtaposition of decay and resilience, industrial structures silhouetted against dim city lights, silent giants, storefronts frozen in time, goods left behind, doors ajar, empty rail yards and rusted tracks, once arteries of commerce, empty halls, remnants of neighborhood life and gatherings, broken panes and steel frames, windows framing decay and nature reclaiming space, vast empty warehouses, echoes of industrial labor and commerce, rusted metal fire escapes, dangling stairs, symbols of urban decay, detailed shots of murals showing community resilience, empty classrooms with chalkboards and desks frozen in time, rusted and silent, once symbols of Detroit's industrial might. Walking through Detroit today is witnessing a city's rise, fall, and enduring hope for revival. Inside the factories, empty assembly lines stretch into shadows, rust and dust covering every surface. Nature slowly reclaiming streets, grass, and weeds, breaking through cracked asphalt. Old machinery and metal parts rusting in abandoned lots. Windows shattered, staircases empty, interiors dark and silent, bridges spanning empty rivers, steel structures decayed and silent, stores with dusty windows, shelves bare, doors open as if residents vanished overnight, sunlight through broken, stained glass, pews covered in dust and debris, rusted smokestacks and collapsed roofs silhouetted against the evening sky. Empty swings sway in the wind, slides covered in rust and weeds, tracks leading nowhere, surrounded by abandoned buildings and overgrowth. Streetlights flicker above empty roads, shadows stretching into darkness. Old billboards and street signs, faded by time, telling stories of a thriving past. Rusted cars with shattered glass and flat tires scattered on empty lots. Aerial view of abandoned industrial area. Smokestacks and rooftops covered in rust. Dusty floors, broken chairs, and silent halls once filled with life. Empty schoolyards, swings, and basketball courts overtaken by weeds. Panoramic view over Detroit's abandoned neighborhoods, highlighting decay and hope. Rusted beams, empty shelves, and broken windows in vast warehouses. Rusted railings, cracked concrete, and graffiti tell stories of urban neglect. Torn curtains, broken seats, and dusty floors frozen in time. Twilight casts shadows over abandoned factories, emphasizing silence and decay. Broken doors, peeling paint, and empty porches narrate urban abandonment. Rusted machines and overgrown plants fill factory courtyards. Factories silhouetted against faint city lights, shadows stretching over decay. Urban art illuminated by flickering streetlights, messages of hope amidst decline. Potholes, cracked sidewalks, and rusted street furniture detail urban neglect. Broken panes reveal interiors filled with shadows and frozen silence. Sunsets over rooftops, long shadows stretching across abandoned buildings. Walking through the streets, the city whispers stories of past prosperity and hope for revival. Detroit remains a city of contrasts, decay and resilience, death and the promise of rebirth,